Biden doesn't care about black people.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. Sometimes when all seems lost, out of the mist and the darkness emerges a victor, a champion, someone who can give us all hope. And that man is a graduate of Howard University in Washington, D.C., a historically black college, who stood up and protested Joe Biden, as you can see in this image, by holding up on his graduation cap, "Biden and Harris don't care about black people." This man is, as of right now, unknown to us. We know that he is a graduate. We know that he graduated with honors here, that he was bestowed multiple honors, actually, there based on his graduating decorum, and that this man stood up while Joe Biden himself addressed the graduates at Howard University. Joe Biden himself got up on stage and started lashing out about white supremacy and everything that he's done for black people, which is actually not a lot. Promising young Howard graduate protests Joe Biden during commencement speech with honest feedback. Biden and Harris don't care about black people. Yes, indeed. If you cared about black people, well, then you'd make an America where black unemployment isn't skyrocketing. You'd create an America that actually assists black and inner city communities instead of dumping migrants on them, criminal migrants that you bring in order to replace those populations. And you would probably prosecute your son for crack and gun crimes because you prosecute hundreds of thousands of young black men for crack and marijuana and gun crimes, both Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. The war on drugs. Well, except if it's Hunter Biden who is using those drugs, and then, of course, you look the other way. So there are many, many reasons to protest Joe Biden. This young man did that. He's been called a promising young graduate at Howard. He was protesting Joe Biden as he said this.
We know that American history has not always been a fairy tale.
Oh.
From the start.
Really?
It's been a constant.
Really? So when was American history taught that this is a fairy tale? When? Like, the teaching of slavery is mandatory in all American schools. Did you know this? All American public schools. You have to learn about slavery. What do you mean it has not always been a fairy tale?
Push and pull for more than 240 years. Between the best of us, the American ideal that we're all created equal, and the worst of us, the harsh reality that racism has long torn us apart. It's a battle that's never really over. But on the best days, enough of us have the guts and the hearts to stand up for the best in us.
Oh, really? Is it like you? Do you mean like this guy? Like this guy standing up? This person. Do you mean him, Joe Biden? Continue.
To choose love over hate, unity over disunion, progress over retreat. To stand up against the poison, white supremacy, as I did my inaugural address, to single out as the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
Oh, the most dangerous terrorist threat to the homeland is white supremacy. So, two or three different things here. One, why? How? You're going to have to back up that with data. What data exactly are you talking about? What white supremacist terrorist attacks exactly are you talking about? Because I can show you the crime stats. I can show you white on white crime and black on black crime. I can show you the crime stats that show that is literally a made-up statistic that you are giving to an audience of black people for applause. And then two, weren't you the guy who linked hands with the last KKK Grand Wizard in the Senate, Robert Byrd? Aren't you the guy that didn't want integrated busing in Delaware? Aren't you the guy that said that black children are just that poor children are just as bright as white kids? I think that's the exact quote. Poor kids are just as bright as white kids. You're the guy that said you need to have an Indian accent in order to go into a Dunkin' Donuts? Yeah. This guy is really concerned about white supremacy. This guy who won't prosecute his own white kid for the thing he prosecuted hundreds of thousands of young black men for.
I'm not saying this because I'm at a black HBCU.
I'm not saying this because I'm at a black HBCU. What does the B stand for in HBCU, Joe Biden? What does the B stand? It says for historically black college. So I'm at a black college. Oh, it's so stupid. Oh, he's so dumb. Oh, my. And this man is indeed a legend. And if this man was protesting Donald Trump at a graduation, then he'd get, the People magazine cover. But of course not. He does, in fact, speak, however, for a large portion of the black community who are disgusted by Joe Biden's policies. The Breakfast Club recently had an open call-in line to see if people cared about Joe Biden or his re-election efforts. Here's how that went.
Convention live in George Santos district.
Hi, my name's Ariel. How are you?
Ariel, good morning. We're talking about Joe Biden. What are your thoughts?
I don't think he should run again. And though I don't know who's running in his replacement, I'm 31, and I would like to see someone younger in there.
Yeah, okay. I mean, exactly. You'd like to see someone younger in there and somebody who actually, I don't know, cares about the future of America or the black community, like in Chicago, where they're bringing in migrants in order to replace people inside of the black community.
Politically, having over 500 people in our community would completely wipe out any interest we have. Are you aware that there are immigrant advocates at state houses all over this country who are advocating for non-citizen voting in local elections?
Let them speak.
What if that happened here? That would change the mindset of what we as a black community need to thrive here in Chicago.
Let them speak.
That's a concern of ours. This is much bigger than the mayor of Chicago or Chicago Police Department. This is an effort to destroy our neighborhoods and silence our voices even further.
Black people don't like Joe Biden. Okay? I'll just state it like on its face. Black people don't like Joe Biden. Black people supporting Joe Biden has cratered. Joe Biden got a massive 9 out of 10 black votes in the year 2020, if those statistics are to be believed. And, well, now he has dipped below 60% approval with the black voters. That might seem shockingly high, all things considered, but that is shockingly low, actually, historically, for a Democrat president. Joe Biden has had a pathetic, flaccid, and utterly destructive term that has led to destructive economics, soft on-crime policies, and open, unfettered illegal immigration, all of which have wrecked the black community here in America. So there's less reason than ever for black people to support Democrats. We'll see what happens in the year 2024. But again, ladies and gentlemen, it is worth bringing attention to the heroes in our midst. Good job, young man. Good job. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.